Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Stygian. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're chose to join me today as I try to go upstairs. We'll see what we can do, because, well, we're not feeling well. I want to go upstairs. That wasn't the lady I need to talk to. Last episode we found Randolph, the Dreamwalker, in our dream, and I need to talk to his wife. But that's not her. Interesting. He won't let me go up. That's really weird. Well, it's a good thing we slept in here last episode, that's for sure. But it is really weird that he just doesn't let me. Oh, and by the way, yes, pressing Alt does highlight items. I don't know why I didn't do that before, but this game sometimes doesn't accept the shortcut keys. There's something going on with that, and I'm not sure what that is all about. Now we need to go to the French Hill because that's where we talked. Baby rattle. What is a baby rattle for? Non-craftable item. Crudely assembled from scrap parts, this junk wand rattles when shaken. That looks... it's amazing. It's much better than all the rattles that I saw when I was a kid from not that I had. I don't remember what rattles I had. I probably already had plastic rattles and whatnot. But, the old stuff. Oh, crap. God would have given you wings. Yeah, if you had... oh, look at that. There's another sleeping place. Okay, where is the lady? I don't know. I don't feel safe here. Yeah, you and me both, man. There's a lot of things out here. That's not them. That's not them either. Can I not go inside? This beautiful mansion somehow remains unscathed and is obviously still occupied, though the relentless vein root have begun to assault it most aggressively. That is not it. Is it inside over there? I don't think so. Yeah, this pressing Alt situation is a lot better. A lot better than what I was doing. Tell me, suspicious voice on the door, are you real? A deep sigh is heard from the speakers, raving lunatics. Lovely. Lovely, okay. So, I don't know where she is. We found her here, says the journal anyway. I recall that the lady I met in French Hill was looking for him. If I can find her, perhaps I should tell her about this confounding experience. Yeah, I think she might have left. And I can't go in there. Which means we're leaving town? I think we're leaving town. That's a bad idea. That is just a bad idea right there. But I'm doing it. And you know what else is a bad idea? Equipping that charm. This thing. We don't know what the malediction does yet. Okay. What exactly am I looking at right now? Downtown? Oh, wait a minute. What? The paintings are really cool. Now, I don't... what? We don't have other locations, right? Trying to middle click or use arrows or something, but that's not the case. That doesn't work. Okay. I do not know where to go. Let's go to the west side. Man, I'm really stuck, ain't I? That's weird. Let's go inside here. I know we don't need to go there. I've checked off camera. But we can sell things. Can sell one thing. It doesn't really do anything. So I can sell the manuscript there, which is good. And I suppose... no, he doesn't like me all that much. He also doesn't sell bullets, which is what I would have liked to buy. Okay, let me see what I can find. So, apparently I can talk to this fellow over here. I think he was just standing here. I swear I clicked on him. And, yeah, we're just moving forward then. The Arkham resident is looking at the mutilated corpse as if hypnotized by the slowly burgeoning pool of blood that threads its way through the cobblestones of the doomed town. He doesn't look like he's enjoying himself. What happened here? The men suddenly start shouting, "The stabber! The stabber is killed again! The Arkham Stabber! Where have you been living, sir? I think this is the third victim. All butchered, stabbed until they end up like poor Julian here." Julian? Do you know who this man? He shakes his head. "Not a bad fellow. He used to stay at the Essex Hotel. He didn't deserve such a fate. Nobody deserves." He looks at the hardly recognizable corpse on the ground in horror. "That? Who deserves what they reap here? Who deserves what they reap? What do you know about this Arkham Stabber?" "Nobody has any idea who he is. Even the mob can't catch him. Some say he's a demon. Others speculate that he's a loony, of the worst kind." How do you know he's the stabber is a he? "I don't. He could be a she. I mean, she could be a she. I don't know. Anyway, we would only be fair after what those brutes did to all the..." And he becomes aware of a mob fist standing nearby. Fist is a position. Cool. "Never mind, I'd better go." Oh, right. He's referring to violence against particular women. All the... Oh, maybe... prostitution? Did they beat up the prostitutes? Anyway, there's something going on. I don't like what's happening. I think I'm dead. I'm maybe dead. You're about to leave the site of the gruesome murder, and you notice something odd about the hobo standing nearby. The man begins to shake as if in the throes of a seizure, and his pupils transform from black to a murky white. Abruptly, he kneels as if possessed by an unknown force, dips his hand in the blood pool on the pavement, and begins to draw a star-like symbol on the ground with the dead man's fleshy spilled bodily fluid. As you are watching this scene in bewilderment, the milky eyes turn directly at you, and the broken man speaks in an ominous tone completely alien to his appearance.
"Your path comes with the dead one. The simple flight of a soul will uncover more."
I did not die. This is a great turn of events. I don't know how I didn't die. My sanity is at 1. I think it's because it's scripted. Yeah, I know you're upset. What is that? At the mouth of madness, the character is on the verge of insanity and will be burdened with continuous angst accumulation until the state is over. Well, I guess we're drinking booze then. So that's what that is. It's very important to pay attention to that stuff. And I didn't sell my booze. Okay, Reggie's whiskey. Let's hope this works. Use it on you. It worked very nicely. And my sanity isn't... I thought... Why did I think my sanity was 15? Was that on camera? Because I've been messing with the game off camera, so I don't actually remember if it was on camera or not. My sanity is 9. Everything is good. Or rather, 40. I still have Mouth of Madness. And also, the character is under the heavy influence of alcohol. Come on, it was only a bottle of whiskey. It's fine. So basically the reason why I say the game doesn't respond to quick keys is because sometimes if you just tap the I key, or whatever shortcut key it is, it doesn't work, so you need to hold it, I think. We'll see. We'll see if that is the case. Anyway, we're really not in a good position here, so I'm gonna drink again, and just hope that this works. Okay, that was 10 this time. That's just gonna stay there. Go away. Okay, well, I'm a little bit better on the sanity side of things. That's good news. I hope I needed that. I hope I didn't do a bad thing there. So, 2 of the mob's cannon fodder are speaking below their breaths. They seem unaware of your presence.
Corley, it seems the stabber sent another fella to the big slate. Should I bring word to the face?
You got paid to be this dumb, Marlon. He points at the corpse with his chin. Does he seem like a man on of the face to you?
No, Curly.
Then think about it. Is it really necessary to take this to the face ourselves? Don't you remember how mad the boss got when that gumshoe Wilkins failed to find that psycho stabber?
Wilkins?
You watched the burly man struggle to compute the information.
You mean that fatso detective whose arm we cut off? The one staying at the ale?
See, you can be smart when you need to. Then you must have been there when the boss got hot under the collar after that idiot Wilkins told him he couldn't find out who the stabber is.
That was a lot of words at one time, Corley. Let me think. The boss got mad that day. So I takes the word to him or not?
The man sighs deeply. The other one, I suppose. Marlon, I sometimes sincerely wish I was a fucking wall, you know? And he points at a nearby wall. Like that one over there. Simple, unpainted, indifferent brick of wall.
A wall? Why is that, Corley?
So I could simply be, without needing to comprehend your bullshit, Marlon. The mob gun takes a deep breath. Look, I plan to not be around when the boss learns that the stabber psycho is still on a rampage. You better do the same. And he looks at the corpse on the floor one last time. It's not one of us anyway, so who gives a crap? Let's beat it, Marlon. Turning to leave, the two mob men spot you standing nearby. The fuck are you looking at, sheep? I heard the Arkham stabber struck again and came to see for myself. Well, this is not the Arkham Ball or some damn fairground attraction. You better mind your own business before Marlon makes you the main attraction. You may be my own personal tormentor, but when it comes to the whacking the likes of you, is a straight-up virtuoso, if you catch my drift. Forgive me, but I don't have time. That's not what I want. I don't want to get in trouble with the mob right now. So... let's say I overheard a few things. Oh, you did you? You know what kind of sheep get cut first? The ones that make too much noise. Now, are you one of those sheep? Or are you one of the good sheep, the kind that, you know, live longer? Perhaps I am a sheep with connections in the right places. If you're smart, I think we can keep this little scene between ourselves. You watch the mob gun weighing you with his eyes before turning to his friend. Marlon, throw the sheep 10 cigs. With a tone of protest, the big one answers,
Me again? But I'm almost broke. Corley, I paid your debts in last game, remember?
A small price compared with the one I'm paying to endure your company, Marlon. Now shut up and pay the sheep, please. The burly one reluctantly passes you 10 cigs. Pleasure doing business with you. The mob gun comes disturbingly close to you and looks you right in the eye. If I ever hear about this, I'll make sure you won't be taking pleasure from anything for the rest of your life. Know what I mean? I think I do. Bye. 10 cigarettes. Well, more importantly, experience. The blood on the ground which once coursed through the veins of the remorselessly slaughtered victim has been used by an entranced hobo to draw an eldritch symbol. Rations consumed. Okay, everything is good on that front. That's our friends. There is nobody in this house, and I just don't need to talk to anybody over here. Or maybe I do. The man abruptly comes to his senses and stands up looking puzzled. Was he the one? Maybe he was the one. Seeing the state of his hands, he goes into a tizzy.
What happened to me? Am I hurt?
Don't you remember?
Why have you gone all white-eyed and malicious? You scared me. Was I speaking? What did I say?
Some kind of omen, I guess?
I don't understand, mister. I was just walking to Riverside and then...
A sudden thought makes the man shudder and he begins to compulsively rub his palms against his filthy shirt.
I better go before they accuse me of being the stabber.
The man strides anxiously away. Bye. He anxiously strides away. Probably is a better way of saying that. Okay, so angst accumulation has stopped. However, my character has a thing. No, apparently holding doesn't work. Oh, it's angst. Okay. Defect points. Oh. Cool. Cool. So we got angst from that. That's probably on purpose to introduce us to the mechanics. Angst level 0, defect point 1. It's quite interesting. And we can't leave this, by the way. We just cannot, like... That's the reason why the other level up that also doesn't let you get out of the level up. So what do we have? The loss and departure of companions and henchmen causes sanity lost. In such a case, the madness check value increases by 20%. 20, in fact. Additionally, dialogue choices that result in a disfavor causes sanity loss. That's awful, and that's a good way to balance that, because I was going to pick that. I was like, oh, I don't want to lose them. Yeah. Critical failure chance increases by 10%. All addiction thresholds of the character decreases. Or thresholds decrease. All future experience points accumulation suffers 25%. That's bad, 25%. The absence of experience gain in journal entries for a certain length of time, sanity loss occurs. Yeah. The loss of sanity caused by horror checks increase. Voice of madness. Mania becomes active. If the character is afflicted with mania, the negative effects are more likely to emerge. Panic threshold increased by 20%. Abstain from combat for a certain period. Abstaining from combat for a certain time period causes, or actually period of time is the correct way of phrasing that, because if it's the time period, then sort of makes it sound like, oh, it's if you abstain from combat in the night. It causes sanity loss. And also dialogue with companions suffer a drawback, automatic disfavor, and a -2 sex appeal penalty as well. I don't want to be repulsive. I'm very charming. And also that really goes in favor of my character. So what I'm going to go with is I'm going to go with the nervous. Yeah, nervous. Panic threshold increased by 20. That's only fair. There we go. Good. And now we don't have the level up that we had, which was what that was. Okay, so we need to go to the inn, maybe? Probably not. So we gotta stab it in the dark alleys. The clues. Go to Essex Hotel. Oh, that's over here. I think. I was looking around off camera on that, you know, fade to black that I did. Yeah, it is here. Oi. How may the Hotel Essex... Oh, no, this is the French person. Etienne, yeah. How may the Hotel Essex and her humble servant, Etienne, help you? I need some information about a former guest, a young man named Julian. He clears his throat imperiously. The privacy of our guests is inviolable, monsieur. I have to admit the accommodations may have taken a slight downturn recently, but definitely not on that level. Julian was the most... I don't want to scream at people. Julian... Well, sometimes I can. Julian was the most recent victim of the Arkham stabber. Oh, there is... that is unfortunate. Not quite unexpected, though. I find a dead guest in one of the rooms almost every day. I need... I wish I could say that. Julian was very dear to my family. Please, only you can help me find his murderer. Etienne self-importantly straightens his bow tie before continuing. If that is the case, I think I can make an exception. He opens the hotel register and begins leafing through its pages. Julian, no surname given, checked in with 3 others. He plays with his mustache as if trying to tease the information from it. I remember those men coming to the hotel. It was right before the Black Day. I recall I was suspicious of them right away. They did not at all seem the caliber of gentlemen we prefer here. Moping about the lobby like clueless immigrants straight from the ship. But they paid for 2 king-size rooms in advance. He continues looking through the register. Sometime after the Black Day, though God knows how long, Julian and the one with the Irish accent left the hotel. The others carried on here. They stayed here, you mean? Yeah, sure. So Julian and the one with the Irish accent. Oof, I am bad with accents at the best of times. The Irish one is, well, it's not one of the hardest. It's one of my favorites, actually. Probably the hardest accent would be the Australian. I will not even ever might. Can you give me their names? Salvador, Abel, and Keelan. The late Monsieur Jorion seem to have arrived with them. Which one had the Irish accent? I cannot remember, monsieur, but if I were to guess, I would say Keelan. It's certainly the most Irish of the bunch. May I inspect the room where Julian stayed? Etienne straightens his bow tie while looking away. I would not recommend it, monsieur. Carrion Jack is currently residing in room 303, and I don't think he's planning on checking out anytime soon. I'm super done with people occupying my rooms right now, by the way. I want to go upstairs in the eel, and I can't. He is celebrating the crime, what he did to Betty Ross. Heartbreaking to think of it, as a reward for his service. Waxface granted Monsieur Carillon with unlimited copperhead and 2 of his personal courtesans. Betsy Ross? Wait. We heard of that name, or is that a famous person? You haven't heard of her? He clears his throat and continues in a sad tone. In the first months of Monsieur Wax's reign, a few of Arkham's bravest men and women, or dumbest, according to some, openly defied the mob. They turned vigilante, masked guerrillas who risked their lives to bring some hope back to Arkham. These rebels were hunted down by one by one, until only Betsy remained, a fearless woman who wore Old Glory for her disguise. For months she showed the courage the rest of us lacked, and offered hope of the justice we all wished for, until Carillon Jack shot her in the head and left her body for the ghouls. And that, monsieur, is how hope finally died in Arkham. I can just burst into tears. That would be, I think he's gonna, let's go with that. The same sad chanson has been playing since everything went downhill around here, monsieur. So what is Copperhead? It's a special whiskey the mob produces. They put a live copperhead snake inside a full bottle, and the serpent bleeds its poison into the liquor while drowning. I know it doesn't sound very tempting, but they actually drink it, monsieur, believing it will make them manly or something. Definitely not a vintage any respectable sommelier would recommend. And this Carrion Jack can drink plenty of it? Naturellement! In fact, he claims to be the Copperhead drinking champion. He is dangerously boastful about it. So what are the names of the others you mentioned? Oh, we said that already. Another thing, tell me about this Carrion fellow. Monsieur Carillon is one of the high-ranking representatives of the mob. He is celebrating the crime, what he did to Betty Moss. Yes, Betty Moss? Maybe that's... Is that... I don't know. I don't know. Betty Moss, is that where the name sounds familiar to me? I don't know who Betty Moss is. Anyway, that's it. Thank you very much. We got a bunch of journal updates, a bunch of experience as well. Very nice. And we have to get into room 303. A cold trail. Talk with Detective Wilkins at the Old Eel House. I keep saying Old Heel. I'm gonna keep saying it. It's tricky for me as a non-native speaker to, well, say the H's basically. It's like, yeah. It's just it's tricky. I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about, even if you are a native speaker. So we've been over there. That's not room 303. That's upstairs. Aha! I have figured you out. Oh, and they're still having fun backstairs. Backstairs? Sure. That did not seem like the place I wanted to go to. That is not. And in the name of preserving the amount of saves I get, I don't really know if I should. I'm really looking forward to being able to save normally, because that is a lot better for Let's Plays. Oh, look at that. That was weird. I clicked while the mouse wasn't that. Okay, we have 2 rooms, 301 and 201 and 203. Let's see what we find. Okay, do I have the bottle of booze at the ready? Because I think I'm gonna lose sanity here. Manuscript for the Spit of Al-Razi. And we have that already. We have that skill. Canned spaghetti. I love it. There's not much else. There's just this thing. A rather unnerving occult symbol has been drawn on the floor of this filthy and disorderly room, constituting the evidence that its tenants could have had motives other than mere self-indulgence. I don't know what motives they would be. Also, that sound. I mean, I don't know what you summon the devil for. If it's not for self-indulgence, I don't think you're doing it right. I don't think you're. Yeah. What do we have over here? Buri's description of a simple farm life in this icy scene is very familiar to you, yet worlds apart from the turmoil of today's Arkham. You can hear someone, probably a man, sobbing behind the locked door. I'm gonna knock.
Leave me alone.
This is a very familiar thing, just to find locked doors with people crying inside. That's just the way Cthulhu is. And we have a lot of rooms in here, and the game just saved. Which means that was a story save. The perfect opportunity for us to say goodbye for right now, because we're out of time for the day. So for right now, as I was saying, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Stygian. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later, but above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.